Pau-Lacq-Orthez at 7 and 8 positions there with 2 and 4 records. Up at the top, Pau-Lacq-Orthez Jerusalem at 4 and 2, along with Rostov-Vechta and Ike. And really, Rostov-Vechta have made a lot of headlines with their play in their first ever season in European basketball competition. So we'll get a look at the rosters for both of these teams, starting with Teksüt Bandirma, who are coached by Hakan Demir, Jamie Smith, Omar Pruitt, Furkan Haltali, Ruud van Onjai, Sadir Emir Kabaka, Erkan Yilmaz, Atakan Erdek, Seamus Hazer, Tyler Kalinowski, who had been playing in Belgium, has made the big switch. And also they have just signed Ekene Ebekwe, a veteran, 34-year-old. You see the Nigerian international over to the left out of your screen now. For Pau-Lacq-Orthez, well, Johan Chupas, Tyrus McGee, Captain Leo Cavalier, Ekene Ebekwe, Florian Poivon, Gerald Ayayi, Peter Corneli, Ronald Moore, Digue Diawara, Justin Dentman, and Thibaut Daval Braque will all play for Coach Laurent Villa. Well, as these teams are introduced, I will take care of a few details here. Starting with Pau as the home team. They come into this game, Pau, on the back of a 74-69 defeat at Teksüt Giants Antwerp. That was a tough loss for them. Before that, they had won 2 games in a row. They had won at São Paulo Burgos, and then at home over Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem. So we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly from them. But that last loss against Teksüt Giants Antwerp, after they built that momentum, was a real crusher. And for Teksüt Bandirma, as we see, they've been introduced here to the crowd. They start off with a 4-point home loss to Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem. They also lost at Teksüt Giants Antwerp, 93-90. They did get their first win at home over São Paulo Burgos on game day 3, but then they lost at home to Ike, 68-50. They hit the road and got probably their most impressive result, an 81-73 win at Rostov-Vechta on game day 5. But then on game day 6, they lost at home by a single point to Anvol Voslavek. That was a tough loss for them. So that 87-86 defeat, and they will be trying to bounce back from that. So a couple of 2 and 4 teams about ready to do battle here in France tonight. And stakes obviously very high for both of these teams as they try to pump some life into their campaigns, or at least climb up in the standings. Already today, Peristeri parted ways with Ilias Zoris. Have won over Aaron Nimberg, 75-65. Didier Dijon, where they put in arguably their best performance of the season at Besiktas, winning 98-65. Torner on the road at Ostend, winning by 7. See Laurent Villa there in your screen, and Hakan Demir. They had Kabelis trailing by just a point at home to Unet Holon. And Rostov-Vechta are at home losing to Burgos by 3. So the referees for tonight's game. We'll also get a look at the starting lineups here in just a second. So Burgos winning at Rostov-Vechta midway through the first or second quarter, rather, 33-29. got 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here before the start. And the referee's lining up. Lanzarini, Savario Lanzarini in the middle there from Italy, Vladimir Jevtovic and Peter Hrusa from the Czech Republic. Now, Pau-Lacq-Orthez have not given up more than 80 points. They've given up less than 80 points, in fact, in their last 3 games in the Basketball Champions League after giving up 90 or more points in their first 3 games. They've won their last 3 home games in the competition. Pau won their last one, as I mentioned, over a very good Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem team. Bandirma, Jamie Smith, Seamus Hazer, Tyler Kalinowski, Emmanuel Terry, and Ian Hummer in the starting 5, as is usually the case. And there's Coach Demir. Now, Teksüt Bandirma have won their last 5 away games in the Basketball Champions League when they've conceded fewer than 75 points. So Hakan Demir perhaps will be targeting defensively that number. Tyrus McGee, Bekwe right into the starting lineup for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Peter Corneli, Diawara, and Justin Dittman round out that starting 5.
Okay, I don't know who plays the safety on the set play, but play look high carry. Okay, no long pass and turn. Now we play the first. Okay, on the jump ball. Peter. Was Ekene behind Peter, Justin, Tyrus.
Laurent Villa, the head coach.
Pass to Justin. Attention, petite passe. Hein? Okay, and Peter run with the game back screen from attack after second ball you attack. Okay, and you go deeper. Let's find it. Let's go! And pistol we can try. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's help one another. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense. Hey.
Folks, make sure you've got the Basketball Champions League app in your smartphone. All those great stories, results, any type of information, videos you can check out. So check out the website. There's the passionate Pau-Lacq-Orthez fans here in good numbers tonight. Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to Pau, France. This is the Basketball Champions League, and it's game day 7. Teksüt Bandirma in green taking on Pau-Lacq-Orthez in the white. Hazer left open here at the start and comes out and buries a 3-pointer. Well, he's such an exciting player to monitor with this Bandirma team the past couple of years. And here he is coming right out and not only starting but hitting the first 3-pointer of the game. Corneli has it on the baseline. Has it knocked out of his hands. And Three-pointer. That's 2 in a row now for Besiktas. That was Jamie Smith. Corneli passes it back outside. And again, Kalinowski this time. Over to Jamie Smith, open, that's good. 3 3-pointers in a row to start off the game in less than a minute and a half for Bandirma. Justin Dentman, he'd had enough. He gets in there and banks in a high one. Beautiful bounce pass. And then Beckway got into defensive position, just puts his hands straight up. I think Emmanuel Terry was looking for a foul. They have called the foul, in fact, on the Beckway. So Terry sinks the first. Just 1 of 2. Now Pau-Lacq-Orthez go back to work. Dentman. Fouled by Kalinowski. Such an exciting player, Dentman. Well, the putback is good by number 12, Peter Corneli. Kalinowski. No, excuse me, that was Ian Hummer. So fouled by Beckway, who is guilty of the reach. So 2 quick fouls for Beckway. He's going to no, they have not called the foul. Anyway, Kalinowski lets it fly. McGee. And a Beckway. And then he gives the 3-point sign, looking up at the crowd. Well, maybe that's how he's been spending his time lately, practicing some 3-pointers, the high flyer. Alley-oop, and call that an alley-oop tap by Terry. McGee off the glass, and the follow and the dunk by Corneli. Kalinowski lets it fly, the former Davidson Wildcat. Now the miss. Bandirma once again. Jamie Smith open. Why not? Well, they might want to save some of these threes for the rest of the game. It seems like they're using them all up here in the first 5 minutes. Unbelievable shooting. Laurent Villa decides it's time to talk it over.
After that,
5 of 5 from three-point range.
Transition. Okay, here we go over, we are here. Be careful from here, safety. Okay, no low pass and then high. All the situation on the side, eyes keep the contact. Okay, and if we switch, for example, on the cut like this, the guy from the top push really a baseline. Okay, no squeeze. If they succeed to
5
go,
assists for Bandirma, no turnovers.
Change on white, but first is ice.
1 assist for Pau-Lacq-Orthez and 1 turnover.
Okay. Okay, go on 2 up. Okay, on 2 up. You receive the ball here. You can fake go or go over, you stay wide. Okay. On the screen maybe.
Well, we saw Laurent Villa and this Pau-Lacq-Orthez team fall behind early when they played at Burgos, but then came from behind and took a stunning victory. So playing from behind is not something that they're necessarily unaccustomed to doing. But if you dig yourself a hole early, it can be a lot harder, especially if the other team continues to play at such a torrid pace, hot pace. Wow, how about that from Ibekwe? No defense stopping the former Maryland Terp, getting in and throwing it down with his left hand. Only just signed for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. And nobody stops Ian Hummer for the two-handed jam. Dittman inside, and Corneli just couldn't quite get into position to dunk it, so he just tried to tap it in, but missed. Ibekwe's dunk with the left hand, some authority. Here he is stepping out. Gets the ball. Now it's time to go to work. Over to Hazer. Boy, they just keep filling it up. 6 3-pointers already. Just 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the contest, and a turnover gives it right back to Bandirma, who are threatening to shoot this thing out of reach here in the first quarter. Sometimes you just feel it, and clearly right now, Teksüt Bandirma feel it. They're unconscious. 23 points in the first 5.5 minutes. That has to be a record for this season. There's a lot of points. Corneli trying to get in position to take the pass, called for a foul. Was he setting the screen? No, sorry, he was setting the screen and then rolling to the basket, but it was on the pick. Hazer. Now the dunk by Hummer. And Hummer gets the rebound. Oh, he gets rejected by Ibekwe. Ibekwe again goes up, and the enforcer, boy, he's playing great. The new signing. Dittman from 3, good. Well, that could be quite a turnaround, sparked by Ibekwe's defense and finished by Dentman's three-pointer. Look at that. That was one. I mean, that was a rejection. Big time. Get out of my house. Dentman was fouled on the three-pointer. Makes the shot as well, the free throw. So Tyler Kalinowski was guilty of that foul. Well, Hummer, as he penetrates, has it knocked away. Hummer puts it up again. Good job saving the ball in bounds, and let's out to Hazer for the dunk. Great job hustling down the floor, trying to beat the defense, which they do. I can't speak highly enough of Hazer. I've always liked him. And all that experience he got the last couple of years seems to have paid off. Coming down and hitting the long jump shot, Tyrus McGee. His first points of the game. Kalinowski off target that time. Cornell Lee from deep. Jamie Smith, Kalinowski. Alley-oop and dunked. They're going up and throwing it down. Emmanuel Terry, and again, the Lob City is here in Pau. Ball intercepted, avoiding the foul, and again, Hazer this time just lays it up. Lots of fast break buckets all of a sudden. Three-pointer is good from Ibekwe. Well, I can honestly say I've never seen him have a quarter this good. He has been outstanding. 8 points. Also making an impact on the defensive end. Smith puts up a little runner. Stepping out of bounds, giving it back over to Bandirma. So Hazer is gonna get a breather. Now this is where it's going to be interesting, I think, for Teksüt Bandirma. How does their bench play? How do they fare against the bench of Pau-Lacq-Orthez? Chupos comes in. Cavalier also in now for Pau, the captain. That's a Ibekwe. No hesitation from him. 50.9 seconds to go in this opening quarter. And now foul. A Turner out on the perimeter. Excuse me, Terry. Emmanuel Terry. Getting the offensive rebound, and dunk was Cavalier, El Capitan. 20 seconds here of the opening quarter. Got an 8-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. 7, in fact. Smith, go time. Well, leans into it. Now a break, and McGee able to save it just in time. Will they get a 3? Cavalier taps it, but not enough time. Well, all things considered, the way that Teksüt Bandirma shot the basketball, so many three-pointers. The lead you would think might be a little bit bigger, but they're up 31-23 at the end of one. Well, you can see 6 threes for Bandirma, 4 in fact for Pau. So it has been a shootout at the OK Corral tonight. 6 of 12 inside the arc for Bandirma, 5 of 10 for Pau. Here's some of the highlights from the first quarter. Quarter underway here in Pau, and you love the offense. It's a lot of fun to watch. There's Tyrus McGee launching it. Terry with the rebound. Smith. Omar Pruitt in the game, number 4. Now gets it over to Alperen Sengun, and the ball turned over. Cavalier gets rid of it, and laying it up and in was coming in for Pau now, number 25, Ronald Moore. And a quick answer from Unjai. Ruud van Unjai. Left his hand, McGee left his feet rather, without a place to shoot it or pass it. Down low and denied was Alperen Sengun again. Moore. Oh, what a frantic start to the second quarter. Moore puts it over, and missing it badly was Chupas. Unjai loves the penetration. Sengun, and the big fella goes up and powers his way in there. How about that? McGee. Well, they need to get him going. He's an explosive scorer. And remember, without De Jong, Who needs points? Everybody else has to chip in. The handoff. And how about Alperin Singen taking it strong to the rack and getting fouled. Well, impressive effort by the young man. Not shying away, coming off the bench, going hard to the basket. 17 years of age. Obviously, his best years are well ahead of him. But this is invaluable experience for him. And probably this is where Bandirma leads the Basketball Champions League and probably even Turkey in terms of giving young players a chance. I mean, they just always produce quality players. We've seen it with Hazer. Now we're going to see it with Alperin Singen. Lead is 10 points. A beautiful pass by Moore and creates an easy opportunity for Ibekwe. Knocked away, they get it back. And the three-pointer is good from Omar Pruitt. Denman thought about launching it. This time he takes it all the way. It's the contact from Pruitt. Or Hazer, excuse me. The free throw is good by Denman. He's the type of player that can jump on his back and he can carry it for long stretches. Red Van Unjai spins, gets in the lane. Might have had a shot, tried to pass it to Emmanuel Terry, and it leads to a turnover and the fast break by Ronald Moore. Or Diawara, excuse me. It's Diawara's game. He likes to get out in transition. Unjai hands it off again to Singen. He stuck with it and ultimately drew a foul, and Cavalier appealing for a 3-second violation. It seemed like he was camping out in there. I don't blame Cavalier for making the appeal. Maybe it was the way he made the appeal that the referees didn't like it. But remember, this kid's just 17. Turkey, so many good young players. And the free throw is good. 42-33. Good defense, reaching in. Emmanuel Terry forcing the ball to go off of a Bekwe. Then Unjai brings it up the floor. Oh, how about Alperen Sengun launching it from the corner? Didn't necessarily look like a bad shot at all, did it? Hazer. Clock winding down. Hazer. Well, he needs to get rid of it a little bit faster. Or hands it off. Dentman. And the foul's called. The timeout on the floor here. 4:41 remaining in the second quarter.
Okay, it's a super shot. Try to attack, set a screen, try to have a layup, and after pass and kick, okay? Drive and kick. Okay, we have the free throw, okay? So we have one defense, 12 is a 1-2-1 front press. So, Tigé here. Justin, Gir, Ron, toi tu joues ici, okay, and Thibaut, and Ekene here. So, on the pass, okay, you push baseline, and Tigé double. You catch this pass, and you maybe try to steal this on this, okay. Now, with Thibaut and Ekene, there's the red, really red, okay. Steal the ball.
Burgos leading by 2 at Rostavecta early in the second half. We have Kabelis at home trailing by 4 against Una Holon. Corn also in a close one at Ostend, trailing by 3. Batia Manresa at Dinamo Sassari trailing by a couple. Of course, we have this one. And Grosar Tenerife at home to Brosa Bamberg leading by just 2. So it's pretty much close games all across the board. In fact, this game is the one that's has the biggest margin, and it doesn't feel at all like it's a problem for Pau. I mean, Pau-Lacq-Orthez can certainly come back. You would almost expect it. And the interception. Dentman open, so he says, why not? Misses, oh, the follow and the putback jam from Ekene Bekwe. Wow, what an impact he's making. Look at that. That's another look at it. Wait, he goes up with a lot of power, doesn't he? And Omar Pruitt goes right back and scores with a three-pointer for Bandirma. And driving in and earning a trip to the line. Diawara. Here he is again. That foul's on Furkan Haltali. Diawara makes the first. Pau-Lacq-Orthez have given away some easy baskets, and they've given away a lot of three-pointers. You just wonder if Bandirma will cool off. And then driving in and scoring was Hazer. Well, they keep pouring in the points, don't they, Bandirma? Here's nice spin, turn. Not the finish. James Smith, though, has it. That was Thibaut Daval-Braque missing that short turnaround. Here's again, this time Pruitt misses everything. And it leads to a fast break. Moore over to Diawara. Feels his way into the lane, passes back out, but right into the path of Hazer, who couldn't quite control it. That was almost an easy two going the other way. Well, Bekwe again, this time he misses. He was feeling it, so why not? James Smith pushes it quickly. And Humber with the turnover. I'll tell you what, you could fill up the entire top 10 highlights. Oh yeah, just kind of a little bit of a collision there with Dentman. We've had our share of highlights from this game. The 17-year-old back in the contest. Singen with 28. There's a Bekwe again. This time. Now he might have to rein in those three-point attempts. He's missed a couple. Smith. And it goes, oh, the young man goes up for the dunk. The 17-year-old Singen sends it home. Well, they got two 17-year-olds on the court right now, Haltali and Singen. If you're good enough, you're old enough. That's what they say, and they certainly are. And here is punishing them with the break was Jamie Smith alertly hustling down and going strong to the rim. Bandirma trying to finish with a flurry. Their defense causing problems. Another chance to run. Kalinowski. Singen back to the basket. Boy, he's showing us something, folks. Didn't finish well, but he has got some potential. Denman fouled out on the perimeter by Pruitt. Certainly Pau-Lacq-Orthez do not want this Bandirma lead to get any bigger before halftime. They want to ideally cut it back to single digits, but Edmond makes only one of two. Amy Smith plays with such good control. Now Kalinowski. Oh, what a pass. Oh, and Halteli. We've had a couple of dunks here from the 17-year-olds here in the second quarter. Rising stars showing us they deserve to be on the court. Smith, head up. Do they have enough time? Well, they turned it over. Good try, though. Bandirma, all Bandirma, especially late, they lead at 53-39 here at Pau-Lacq-Orthez. « 57% shooting inside the arc from Bandirma, 73% from deep. That is on fire right there. They are really taking it to Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Now rebounding them 19-14. Out of system as well, 13-14. And there you see a Beckway with 12, Denman 10, Smith 13 points, Hazer 12 points. So we're at halftime, and it is quite a show we're watching here by Teksüt Bandirma. 8 of 11 three-pointers. They're getting out and running. It has been something pleasing to watch, certainly for the Bandirma fans. And Pau-Lacq-Orthez, plenty of time to come back. They just need to get to halftime and regroup. So we'll be right back before the start of the second half. It's a 14-point lead for Teksüt Bandirma.
TJ Klein looks for another backdoor to Foster. Oh, baby! You gotta be kidding me! What a play by Marcus Foster! What a pass by TJ Klein! Oh, my Lord!
Young, over to Rachel. And Vasturia picks it up, hands it off, and great play from Vasturia. And hands it off to Murphy, who not only scores, but is fouled on the play.
That is. Drives in, gets to Zesima, and Silla just with one of the blocks of the night. Well, that was big time. Kissick with the one-handed running slam. It was that crossover movement that lost Galdikis, and he explodes to the basket. He's up to 22 points, another 20-plus point game for him.
Broughton has it on the ball reversal. You don't stop him. Oh!
get out of that highlight picture. Tony all down the middle. As we said, if you don't stop him, and he just threw it hard.
Oh, what a play, the alley-oop to Brown.
That was one of the plays of the game right there.
Tenerife need to execute. And now Orthez kicks it back out. Wide open three is good! For Lundberg yet again. Nothing but net. And he loves it. Tenerife love it. Heartbreak for Vefriga.
Yellow bats now, chance for Gaziantep if they rush. Boy, that was almost a foul on Komalov.
Robert goes up for the dunk out of nothing. Goodness gracious. Jagela close inside with the big thunder jam. And Jagela takes no prisoners with that play over the top of two Besiktas defenders.
Jim Olasoy gets it to Crawford. Over to Saunders. He puts it up. He had a lot of time left.
Oh, he hit the three! Can you believe it? Unbelievable! There will be no overtime.
3-point shot by Sanders.
Avec la présence en animation du cirque de Noël, quelques numéros présentés ici sur le parquet du Palais par le cirque de Noël qui vous accueillera ici à Pau du 7 au 15 décembre, stade d'eau vive à Pau. Du 7 au 15 décembre, retrouvez les deux chapiteaux, les deux spectacles, les 35 artistes, les 60 séances, les 20 ans également de piste de Monsieur Royal. Donc le cirque de Noël pour bien marquer ces fêtes de fin d'année. Stade d'eau vive à Pau du 7 au 15 décembre et en démonstration ici même sur le parquet du Palais ce samedi dans le cadre du match Pau-Lacq-Orthez AS Monaco. Et on va même faire gagner des places ce samedi avec un jeu interactif avec le public. On vous l'expliquera bien évidemment samedi. Mais des places seront à gagner pour le public qui sera présent samedi pour le match Pau-Lacq-Orthez face à l'AS Monaco. Donc des places offertes par le cirque de Noël présent à Pau du 7 au 15 décembre depuis le stade d'eau vive de Pau. L'objectif est de recoller au score pour le troisième quart-temps. Pour ne pas les laisser filer devant, en tête.
53-39. Pau-Lacq-Orthez trailing to Teksüt Bandirma. And looking for a turnaround. These early exchanges here in the third quarter will be very important for Pau-Lacq-Orthez as they try to claw this deficit back.
You can help like this, but stay line of the pass. Okay, but from here,
Travis Leslie tonight, that doesn't help through injury, and obviously they've lost Nicholas de Jong, their terrific 31-year-old center for the season. So it's not like things have been easy on the injury front. You got to have that next man philosophy, next man up philosophy in sports, and we'll see if they can rally here in the second half. Kenny Bekwe, overall big contributor in that first half for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. He had 12 points and 4 rebounds. He was 5 of 7 from the floor. His only 2 misses came from three-point range. You could probably live with the 3-pointers they gave away to Bandirma, but what you can't do is live with the turnovers and the points off those turnovers. That has been a problem. So starting things here in the second half, Bandirma missed with their first attempt. Speaking of points off turnovers, well, in fact, really just 5 for Bandirma and 6 for Pau. It seems like they had more, but they had quite a few fast break points, 9. So really the big difference was the 3-point shooting. Kenny Bekwe takes it down low. And Hummer takes the punishment. And the traveling has been called. Jamie Smith stepping back. Hazer misses everything, so that's a good sign. So getting a hand in the face on the 3-point shooter. Diawara drives in. Boy, that was a good move. He's given it something from the bench tonight. Igwe Diawara. Jamie Smith out on the perimeter, drives in, into the corner it goes, and shooting it is Kalinowski. Well, he picks right up where he left off. Three-pointer, that's what they need now, and Bekwe is not going to stop, is he? Hummer finds his way and was denied by Bekwe. Quickly again, it's a Bekwe, and trying to single-handedly bring him back. Nice penetration and dish from Dittman. Jamie Smith short. Corneli with the rebound. So the early signs on the 3-pointers, but then they're calling a foul on Jamie Smith. What have they called? Yeah, so no, it was Denman. He just lost control of the ball. Turned it over. Careless. Not what you would expect out of Denman. Seamus Hazer. Kalinowski again. Drifts to his right. Uses his body. But called for the travel. He was taking on the 7-footer Corneli. 2.13 meter in height. But it was Ronald Moore. Corneli just happened to be, or Diawara rather, it was Corneli just happened to be in the vicinity. Omar Pruitt comes back in the game. Reach and a foul called. Well, the signs are promising, I would say, for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. We just don't want to make silly mistakes and try to take some good shots here. Tyrus McGee hustles to the rebound and elected to take it all the way instead of passing to Diawara. Ended up being the right decision. Singen again drives in, and Diawara was not going to give away that dunk, but you got to be impressed by the young 17-year-old. I mean, he's strong, isn't he? Took the contact there. Watch this. He definitely did not come off worse for wear on that one. Wow. He's got some potential. I'm not sure he's going to be a great leaper, but if he learns how to use that body, he's going to be effective. And we have seen him get to the free throw line tonight. So this will be an area where he really has to focus, because he seems to have a knack for getting to the line. He had done pretty well before that miss. He's now 4 of 5 at the charity stripe. Five of 6. Corneli, oh, that was nice. Little soft jump hook, we should describe it as. Big pass down low, and the basket is good from Omar Pruitt. Corneli launched the 3 and missed it. Terry with the rebound. Smith has it taken away by Dentman, who's in the open floor. Makes a short pass. How about that? And it ends up with a Beckway dunk. Why not? Boy, great job by Diawara. Taking the pass, but looking then to make the pass. 19 points for Beckway. What a basketball Champions League foul's been for him, but now the 3-pointer from that man, Tyler Kalinowski, who's very, so we say quietly, having a great game. 9 points, 3 of 5 from deep. Well, we'll say solid game. Corneli again, maybe forces that one up and is called for the charge. And that is what I'm talking about. Trying to do too much. It's just not there. You don't want to drive in there. You got to look to pass. Somebody's open when you've got 3 people around you. Over the air, meanwhile, is going to come back into the game. Singing again. Wow. You can only be impressed by him. He's a lean, mean, fighting teen basketball machine. Here's Dentman. Answers with a layup. Probably Singa's not that lean. He's pretty powerful, actually. Here he goes. He's trying to catch it down low. Get him the rock. Kalinowski loses control of it and turns it back over to Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Omar Pruitt. That turnover was actually on Pruitt. No, it was on Kalinowski. McGee gets the long rebound. Ronald Moore. Diawara now back to Ronald Moore. On the right, missing it was Omar Pruitt, but then Terry with the rebound. And again, Pruitt does a good job of knocking it back out to his teammate. Terry bulls his way in there, no foul. And the rebound by Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Diawara. Singen goes for the steal, then Diawara has it knocked out of his hands. Jamie Smith on the break, but his pass led Kalinowski too much. Ball turns over. But I think they're going to call the foul on Kalinowski. So you can see this Bandirma team is not able to rest. They've got to keep plugging away because Pau-Lacq-Orthez are not going away. Altali, meanwhile, comes back into the game. So the two 17-year-olds on the floor again, Singen and Altali. Cavalier misses badly, just got the backboard. Here's again, Singen. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Don't tell me he's 17 years old. I don't want to hear it. He's too good. And he's earning these minutes. Look at him. Going right into Beckway. Fearless. I repeat, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Essayez d'exécuter, comme ça on a les bonnes choses là. Ok. Léo, tu seras à la remise en jeu, ok? Tyrus, screen for Ron, ok? Pass. Ekene, Tyrus, screen for Ron for the pass, ok? In case, Ekene, you are here for step, ok? Pass, and Tyrus, you come to bring the ball, ok? So normally we have this pass, and we go. We play four side. Provoke the switch. Thibaut, you are here. We go inside. Okay. Hey.
I know where we going.
No, first you try to go inside. Now, Tyrus with Thibaut. Okay. Screen like this. So you
Both from Bandirma, 13 for Alperen Singen. 13 for Jamie Smith, 12 for Seamus Hazer. 5 for Emmanuel Terry. 9 for Tyler Kalinowski. 8 for Omar Pruitt. A pretty balanced attack. Remember, they were 8 of 11 from three-point range at halftime. Right now, they're 10 of 17, so haven't been quite as prolific but if you can get the ball to your young man and let him go to the basket like that, you don't have to shoot three-pointers. Beckway able to get it back. And offensive foul. Turns it back over to Bandirma. Jamie Smith thought about putting it up, was able to pass it over to Kalinowski, and Kalinowski hits another shot. He's in double digits, 11 points, 4 assists for Tyler Kalinowski. Whoa, what a sweet drive by Tyrus McGee. Altale spins, gets rejected by Beckway. Beckway was waiting on that one. And Pau-Lacq-Orthez and turn it right back over. The ball goes off the hands of Thibaut Daval-Braque and out of bounds. Altale was doing what he thought was the right thing, but I'm not sure how many times he practices when you've got a long, tall player waiting to block his shot like Beckway. Ruud van Onjai in the game now, taking it to the basket. And Pau-Lacq-Orthez come up with the basketball. Beautiful bounce pass and nice finish from Cavalier. Thibaut Daval-Braque, good bounce pass to his teammate. And Smith misses it from deep. How good has Beckway been? He's at plus 27 efficiency. And we are late. We're coming up right on the end of the third quarter. Reaching a foul called on Altale. .7 seconds, and the ball turned over. Altale then able to quite finish. Seconds to inbound it. There's that much time, to be honest. Oh, inbound the ball off of, I think, Beckway. Ruud van Onjai. And looks like Ruud van Onjai thought he was going to be able to be clever there, but that time it didn't work. That's the type of play that works a lot. 0.1 second. They have to throw it at the rim. Oh, that was a great try, wasn't it? Well, 10 minutes remaining. Still a lot of work for Pau-Lacq-Orthez to do. It's Teksüt Bandirma on top, 68-58 at the end of 3.
On vous rappelle le prochain rendez-vous au Palais, c'est ce samedi dans le cadre de la GPI face à l'AS Monaco.
16-30, Bandirma.
Rendez-vous, réservation
inside the arc, 10 of 18 now. They've cooled off a little bit, 6 of 8 at the line. And some of the highlights. And again, we keep talking about Kenny Ebekwe, how terrific he's been tonight. But we've also been talking a lot about the 17-year-olds of this Bandirma team, Alperen Sengun and Furkan Altali. And I remember I had the good fortune of being able to last year go to Argentina to watch them play in a couple of games at the FIBA under-17 Basketball World Cup. And they were showing signs at the time that they would be good. They looked kind of robotic at times, but overall they were, they were certainly showing a lot of potential in that tournament. Altali played 23.3 minutes per game, and Sengun 28.6 minutes. And anybody that knows anything about the under-17, the FIBA under-17 Basketball World Cup, this is where you see a lot of the stars of tomorrow. So yeah, they've got good size. Clearly they've been working on their fundamentals. They've got a lot of good, a lot to be excited about their game. Diawara tries to get it to Ebekwe, and Altali fouls. Thinking for the French team at that under-17 World Cup, there's Theo Maladon and Miem, Some Miem, the younger brother of Indy Miem. I'm getting him confused as well with Gerald Ayayi. Three-point shot. That cuts it back to a 7-point game. Good job by Denman. So Ayayi was not at that tournament. I was thinking there for a minute that he was. Jamie Smith gets it up in time but misses. And a minute into the fourth quarter, things starting to look ever so promising now for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Denman fouled out on the perimeter. Jamie Smith. Pau-Lacq-Orthez have trailed by as many as 15 points. This is as close as they've been in a long time. Denman brings them even closer. Back to a 4-point game. And now Bandirma wobbling literally. Kalinowski kind of stumbling over a little bit. Pass down low and missing is Turner. Ball ends up out on the perimeter. Back with Bandirma. launching it from behind the arc. Nice pass and good composed play by Teksüt Bandirma. 6. Can Bandirma hold on? They've got a long way to go, especially with a player like Dittman on the floor for this Pau-Lacq-Orthez team. Moore thought about it, guarded by Unjai. He's going to have to launch it. He does, and it's too long. And it looked for a minute there like Cavalier might be able to get it, but it escapes him. Van Unjai gets swatted out of bounds by Ebekwe. Why not? And Ebekwe just keeps loading up the stats. 4th block of the night. I mean, listen to this, folks. Ebekwe, 19 points. He's 8 of 10 from the floor. He's got 8 rebounds, and he's got 5 blocked shots now. The drive and the basket is good by Kalinowski. Pau-Lacq-Orthez back behind by 8. These lapses, giving away an easy basket like that. McGee, ball tapped and into the hands of Singen. Van Unjai, who has made a positive difference coming back out into the game. Ball knocked out of the hands of Kalinowski, however. That leads to a break. It leads to a 3-point attempt, and it leads to a foul on Kalinowski. Is that the 2nd time he's fouled the 3-point shooter tonight? I think it is. He fouled Dittman earlier on his 4-point play. Dittman makes the first. Well, this will certainly help a comeback. Get to the line. Take and make 3 free throws. Catch your breath with the free throws, and there you go. All of a sudden, it's back to 72-67. 5 points the difference. Plenty of time, but they've got to get stops. Kalinowski. Entry pass to Turner. Nice pass to Singen. And the young man Singen fouled by Ekene Ebekwe, a player who literally is twice his age. 34 years of age. Ebekwe, here he is. And yeah, that's a good call because Ebekwe lowers his hands. I mean, even if he doesn't get it, you've given the referee the chance to make that call because you have lowered your hands. And Singen just keeps on singing. I mean, he is continuing to impress. 14 points. 15 points. Dittman. Ebekwe. What a rebound that was by Singen. We're seeing everything from the young man. Now Kalinowski into the corner it goes. Omar Pruitt drills it and takes it right back up to a 10-point lead. Watch this rebound. Look at Singen. He's down on the floor. He catches it. And then he makes a clean pass to Kalinowski, who then goes to work.
Pistol now, okay? Pistol now. So, Darius, roll. Peter, okay? Justin.
Rostovecta are going to fall tonight at home, it appears, in the final minute, trailing by 7 to San Pablo Burgos. Dinamo Zagreb clinging to a 2-point lead over Baxi Manresa. And we got this game. We got Kabbalah swinging at home over Unet Holon. Look at the bench points there for Teksüt Bandirma. 32 bench points. The 6 for Pau-Lacq-Orthez.
Et si on a une claquette facile, à deux mains, pour finir, à deux mains. Hey, high defense after. Guys, now, the red is like a double, okay? We have to steal the ball like a double. So everybody's got to steal the ball. Hey! 1, 2, 3.
Possession, remise en jeu et l'envers.
Denman drives in, earns another trip to the free throw line. Foul called on Pruitt. But again, I think if they can get to the line, make the clock stop, it's not going to hurt their chances. So 9 points, the difference, 22 points for Dentman, 3 assists. And coming up close to the midpoint of the fourth quarter. Kalinowski. Bandirma doing a good job of holding on here. Pruitt drives in. Now Dentman again. Penetration and back outside to McGee. And again, the rebound by Terry and Kalinowski. Wow, that is a dagger. 80-68. No, that was a 2. Excuse me, 79-68. 15 for Kalinowski. Bounce pass, rejection. End up leading to a dunk inside for Corneli. Onjai putting the pressure on that defense with his terrific ability to attack the basket. So Corneli commits the foul, and Onjai will go to the line. Midway out of the game. Fouls. So 3-point attempt. It's good. Another one for Kalinowski. Putting the finishing touches on this game, folks. McGee swoops in, banks it in. Pau-Lacq-Orthez have got to get stops. Young Singan fouled by Tyrus McGee. Kalinowski has just risen to the occasion tonight, hasn't he? Two key baskets here late in the game. And those early woes, well, you know, they shot the ball well, but again, it wasn't just the shooting for Banvit. You know, Pau-Lacq-Orthez that made some mistakes. Singan has just had a whale of a game. And now the turnover. And Jamie Smith drives in, makes the layup, and is fouled. Boy, it is awfully difficult now to see Pau-Lacq-Orthez coming back from this. Good job by Pruitt, goes out. Seamus Hazer comes back into the game. In case you were wondering what Singan's high was before this game, well, he had scored 4 points twice. He had scored a total of 10 points coming into this game. Right now, Alperen Singan has 17 points. This is the coming out party for that young man. Drive and the basket and the swat goes out of bounds. Hey folks, make sure tomorrow when you wake up you've got the Basketball Champions League app in your smartphone so you can check out all the latest scores, videos, read the great features. And at the end of the week, it'll always be good to hear the Coast to Coast podcasts with David Hind and Austin Green. They'll interview one of the top players in this competition. Haven't mentioned anything about Igor Cherkovich's rankings, power rankings. You might want to check those out on the website. Deacon Lloyd Smith's columns or transfer news. It's all happening on the Basketball Champions League website, championsleague.basketball. That's where you find it. Ball goes out of bounds. Back over to Pau-Lacq-Orthez, but with a 14-point lead, it's hard to see Bandirma losing this one. McGee again has it knocked out of his hands, Terry, then he gets it back. Well, the great start for Bandirma has been pivotal tonight. Clearly, it has given them the platform they needed to go on and have a big road win. Singan, pump fake, goes up. The dude, the 17-year-old, is going to score, I think, 20 points tonight. This is going to raise some eyebrows. Nice pump fake. He's going to be fired up after tonight. 19 points. Now make it 20. And guess what, folks? He is leading the team in scoring tonight. That is your headline. Alperen Singan with 20 points, 10 of 11 at the free throw line, 5 of 8 from the floor. And he'll probably have to do his homework after this game and make sure he's in class tomorrow morning. High school. Amy Smith turns and spins and draws the foul. Denman is going to check out. And he's going to be replaced by Yayi, who we were talking about. Gerald Yayi. There's a lot of promise. Here he is. Gerald Yayi, 18 years old. Makes the second, so that takes it up to a 16-point advantage for Bandirma. You know, we talked about their record being 2-4, but they have lost some tough games this season. They lost at home to Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem by just 4 points on opening night, and they lost at Antwerp by just 3. They got their first win by 3. Last week, in game day 6, they lost by 1 to Anvil. They've got 3 losses by a combined 8 points. Pau-Lacq-Orthez would like to cut into this deficit. You never know how points difference might play towards the end of the season in terms of getting to the playoffs.
Here, Léo, passe, end off. Léo, tu vas direct ici, ok. Et Peter, tu fais un ball screen, ok. From the corner, go high. And from the corner, go high. Léo, tu joues ici le rebond, ok, la baseline. Et toi, tu fais le dive un maximum. Okay. Hey, let's go, guys. Allez, allez.
Possession, ligne de fond et l'envers.
Final minute and a half. An impressive display by Bandirma. They had to hold on here in the fourth quarter, but hold on they have. They have been terrific. And again, I think what's so exciting about this Banva team of everything really is the young guys. They just keep coming out. They're crawling out of the woodwork. They're everywhere. Famous Hazer. You look at the roster though, Teksüt Bandirma, and I'm just going to read out the ages here. Sadek Emir Kabaka has come in. He's 18. We've seen Haltali, who's 17. Erkin Yilmaz also is in. He's 22 years of age. Atakan Erdek is 18. Sengun is 17. So yeah, it's a young team. Average age of this team, in fact, is 22 years of age. He hasn't wasted any time of getting on the scoreboard as well. Pau-Lacq, so Terry with that rebound, 30 seconds remaining. And they're going to put Poe out of their misery. Pau-Lacq-Orthez, who now trailed by 18 points. Hard to believe they got it to within 4 in this fourth quarter. It's just the wind seems to have gone away from their sails. Wow, Pau-Lacq again, another one. He just needs some playing time, he says. Just get me out there, coach. Although he's limping a bit. And that's it, folks. 96-76. It ended up being a blowout. Perhaps the margin of victory doesn't really show how close it was. It should have been a lot closer. But anyway, 96-76. Bandirma win it. They saw their lead cut to just 4 points in the fourth quarter, but they pulled away for a big win, their third of the season. Well, the Bandirma fans flying their flags high. They took the trip here into the arena in Pau, and they've seen their young team get an impressive win. And it's hard not to like a team like Bandirma because it's just a club that seems to do things the right way. They brought us some savvy veterans to add them with those young guys, and they're playing some basketball. You can see they shot it very well tonight. Ended up with 5 threes in the second half. They won the rebounding battle. They out-assisted up Pau-Lacq-Orthez by 10. Each team had 7 steals. Denman finished with a game-high 24 in defeat. Beckway had 19. Don't forget, he had a terrific game tonight overall, statistically. Kalinowski had 18 in the end, but it was Sengen, the 17-year-old, with 20 points that led the way. Jamie Smith had 16. Let's sit back and enjoy some of the highlights. Just give you the numbers for Kalinowski. It was 7 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 6 from three-point range. Had the 5 assists, the 4 rebounds, the steal, the block. He did turn it over 4 times. Perhaps the only blight on his record. Emmanuel Terry didn't score as much tonight. He was just 2 of 7 from the floor, but he had a team-high 11 rebounds. Hauser had a 12 points, played just under 19 minutes. Hummer only 2 points in 14 minutes. And Omar Pruitt 11 points. Jamie Smith 3 of 5 from three-point range, 6 of 10 overall in his 16 points. And for Pau-Lacq-Orthez, well, it was Justin Dentman who tried to carry them, but it's awfully difficult over the course of a game to really throw a team on your back. And you need some help. He had 24 points, 6 of 12 from the floor. He was 3 of 7 from three-point range. I actually thought Diawara did pretty well tonight while he was in. He made both of his shots, 6 points, also hit a couple of free throws. Brought a lot of energy to the calls. He was a slasher. Beckway 19 points, 8 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, 5 block shots. And Tyrus McGee, 11 points. He was only 1 of 5 from three-point range. As a team, they shot 7 of 26 from downtown. They were 13 of 16 at the free throw line, Pau-Lacq-Orthez. But it's back to the drawing board for them after falling at home here and remaining stuck on 2 wins in the Basketball Champions League Group B. Also in Group B tonight, Rostavecta lost at home by 6 to San Pablo Burgos. And we got a couple of Group B games tomorrow as well. So here are the standings after tonight's results. San Pablo Burgos are at the top with Rostavecta, and Ike and Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem both at 4 and 2 can climb back to the top tomorrow. Teksüt Bandirma at 3 and 4 in 5th place, and Pau-Lacq-Orthez with the participation point go up to 7th place, but they're 2 and 5. So that's it on game day 7. Also, we'll have game day 7 games tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Numéro 7, number 7, Furkan Altali. décembre. Donc cirque de Noël. Depuis le stade Deauville de Pau.